All right, my friends, today we're going to talk about something called start, change, result in word problems. Now, this is a strategy that can help you kind of make sense of what's going on in a word problem, because in every type of word problem, there is a starting amount, then that amount changes in some way, and then you have the result. So we have start, change, result. And we're going to work at a few problems to see how we can fill in word problems to figure out what missing information is there and how we need to work at it. And this is kind of how I lay it out. I have a box for start, a box for change, and a box for result. Sometimes I might just draw a line above each word. Sometimes I just might write SCR, S for start, C for change, and R for result, but just so you can become familiar with it. We have start, change, and result. So let's look at our first word problem. It says there are 48 pine trees currently in the park. Park workers will plant 37 more pine trees today. How many pine trees will the park have when the workers are finished? This is a perfect word problem to help us with start, change, and result because we can clearly see how many pine trees that the park started with, right? I want you to find it. How many pine trees were in the park originally? Can we see it? There are 48 pine trees currently in the park. So we start with 48. 48 pine trees. Now something's going to happen to that amount of pine trees. Do we see what's happening in the word problem? It says park workers will plant 37 more pine trees today. Well, I know that I'm working with the number 37. And when we are planting something, what is happening to our amount? The amount of pine trees is getting larger. So we are adding 48 plus 37 now equals. Now the result. It says, how many pine trees will the park have when the workers are finished? We don't know what that result is. So I can put a question mark here for result. I can also do something that's a little bit more grown up, a little bit more third grader-ish when it comes to word problems. Instead of a question mark, I'm going to put down what's called a variable. Now variables are just letters that represent words in a word problem. So since we're working with pine trees, I'm just going to put down P. So 48 plus 37 equals the amount of pine trees they had when they were finished. Okay? So that is how we set up the start, change, result word problem. We started with 48. We're going to add 37. And if we were to continue to solve this problem, we would find out how many pine trees there are. We're not really worried about the solving at this moment. We're just looking at the start, change, and result. Let's do another one. In this word problem, it says that Beth has finished reading 43 pages in her library book. The book has a total of 79 pages. How many pages does Beth have left to read? Well, let's ask ourselves. We're working with pages. How many pages did we start with at the beginning? Do you see it? The book has a total of 79 pages. So I'm going to underline that. So we started with 79 pages. So I'm going to put 79 in start. Now, how did that amount of pages change? What happened? Did Beth rip the pages out of the book? Did she pour hot cocoa on top of them? No, she read them. So when you have an amount of pages in a book and you read them, what's happening to the amount of pages you read? Is it getting larger or smaller? Well, you can look at it two different ways. We can see she started with 79 pages and then she finished reading 43 pages. So the amount of pages on this side is getting, of the book, like if I had it open, it's getting bigger and this side is getting smaller. So if I had 79 pages, if I was Beth, and I read 43, and I'm trying to figure out how many pages I have left to read. Now that is a clue word to help me out. Am I adding or subtracting when I see the word left, as in leftover? I am subtracting. I am subtracting my pages. And I'm trying to find out the result, how many pages she has left to read. Now, I could put that question mark, but I'm going to do a more third grade answer. And I'm going to write down P for pages, that variable, that missing variable. Let's do another word problem. This word problem is a little different. I want you to find the difference as I read it. One afternoon, Justin caught 58 tadpoles in a pond and took them home. That left 2 tadpoles in the pond. How many tadpoles were in the pond before? So start, change, result. What would we put in the start? Do we know how many tadpoles we started with in the pond? No, we don't. That's what's different about this problem. We need to fill in the start with not a question mark, but a missing variable. We're going to put down T for tadpole. The T represents the amount of tadpoles he started with. We don't know what it is. But what was the change? There was this unknown amount of tadpoles in the pond. Justin caught 58. So when he caught the tadpoles, he took them out. What happened to the amount? It got smaller. So T, take away 58. Do we see how we're doing it here? Equals how many left over in the pond? That left 2 in the pond. So now we have it's called an equation where it says T or something take away 58 equals 2. Something take away 58 equals 2. And some of you who are very good with your addition and subtraction, you can say, well, Mrs. Stalkup, I can turn that back around and I can say 2 plus 58 is 60. And you would be correct. But so this is how we would set up that equation that shows basically a math sentence that matches this word problem. That's what we're doing. We're creating math sentences. Let's do one last one together. In this word problem, Cole bumps into his toy box. 54 toys spill on the floor, but 7 toys stay in the box. How many toys did Cole have in the toy box? Well, start, change, result. How many toys did we start with? Do we know? No, we don't. So I'm going to put T for toys. But what happened to those toys? 54 spilled out onto the floor. That means we lost a bunch. T, take away 54. And the result was 7 stayed in the box. 7 stayed in the box. So this is very similar to the tadpole problem, where we had an unknown amount, something, take away 54 equals 7. And you could turn that around to solve the problem. But I want you to see how we can make a math sentence that matches this word problem. So this is how you use the start, change, result to help you make sense of word problems. And if you're still confused, please go back to the beginning and rewatch some of these word problems. Thanks for learning with me.